Hello everyone, this is Michael Heck here with the Hyperactive Hypercube Make vlog. No longer build vlog because it is actually built and it is running. I'm going to show you a few of the things that I've been making with it and tell you a little bit about what's going on. This is a Deathwatch Mandalorian gauntlet. It is modeled after Bo-Kata's gauntlet. It comes apart into 3 pieces so that it's easy to put on. It will be part of my Mandalorian kit that I'm trying to assemble as a cosplay for when I go to things like conventions and things to that effect. This is something that I found on Thingiverse by searching for Bo-Katana and or Mandalorian, and you can find it, and I will try to accredit the author of this piece in the comments below. The other thing I've printed is the right-hand side of my Mandalorian helmet. One of the things I've done is taking a cue off the show. I put the spikes on the top because the person in the show that had the spikes was the armorer, or the person that made the armor for the Mandalorians, or at least Din Djarin's Mandalorians. As you can see, there is a registration mark in here, and this is, I believe, Daredevil is the name of the person on Thingiverse that created this part of the helmet, the cheek area, because I couldn't figure out how to actually model that myself. So I was able to take a portion of his design and incorporate it into my design. So from here up, this is me using Tinkercad and some other stuff to create this, and this comes from 2 different Mandalorian helmets that I found on Thingiverse that I then cobbled together to create my helmet. This took all of 16 hours total. Okay, to kind of put that in perspective, to print my friend's Mandalorian helmet that I did it in 8 pieces, and that took me somewhere around 5 to 7 days. So to print something this large in 16 hours is fantastic, and it's a testament to how quickly the Core XY machines can actually print. There are some problems. You can kind of see right there, there's a bit of under extrusion here and there. I'm still working on that. And the other thing that I ended up getting is when you get to fairly tall prints, because this is printed this way, when you get to fairly tall prints, sometimes you'll get these lines, which are vibration lines. What that means is that something in my printer is allowing the frame to shake slightly while it's printing. I'm not too worried about those. Those will be filled in with filler primer, and I will be able to paint this up, and it should look basically like metal when I'm done. One of the things that I am going to experiment with is something that they sent me with my hot end, which is this. It's called the Volcano hot end, and it is something for larger format printers like mine. It boasts 3 times the heat chamber of a standard. So your standard hot end is just a tiny little screw, probably about that long, that goes into a heater block sitting this way. The Volcano hot end turns the heater block this way, and the actual nozzle is that long, which means that this entire area here gets heat, and that's what's melting the plastic. The one thing that I do have to try to figure out is whether or not the small or the inexpensive extruder that I got is considered an all-metal hot end. I don't believe it is, because there is still a Bowden tube that comes down and meets the heat break. But on standard non-Bowden extruders, the Bowden tube actually goes all the way through into, and it's not going to come out apart for me today, into the actual nozzle, which is where the plastic is melted. So I'm trying to figure out if this is truly considered an all metal or not, because if it's all metal, I can do some work on some higher temperature filaments, TPU, etc. If it's not, I'm going to have to stick with ABS and PLA and potentially, potentially even PTEG. But just wanted to share where I'm at. Hopefully by this weekend I will have the entire helmet done, because it's printing, like I said, about 16 hours per quarter. And as long as I don't have any real big issues like running out of filament or otherwise, I will be able to show you all something really cool in the near future. The other thing I want to share with you is that my daughter and my son, I'm also getting them into some cosplay. I made my son the Whistling Birds bracer or gauntlet from the Mandalorian series. Someone modeled it out there. I shrunk it down to 70% because my boy is 5 years old and it fits him. And I'm trying to get a shoulder pauldron made for him. But my daughter, I offered to make her the Mandalorian armor. And she said, "No, Daddy, I want that bad guy." And we were looking at a Marvel Studios website, and so she chose to want to get Venom. So right now, I've found a Venom Halloween mask that has your face in it and Venom's mouth, and I'm trying to print that at 70% on the Monoprice Maker Select to see if I can't get that to print for her so that she can have a nice, fun costume to play with. As always, stay safe, stay healthy. And if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, put them in the comments below. Hit me up in private messages if you need something or want to ask questions. More than happy to help. But other than that, Mike Tech signing off. Talk to you later.